Hi folks, back here again. Well, as I say, it's the nearest place where I can go for a walk and do a video in it, really. So there you go. But I just want to talk about the last video I did first. Yeah, that sister suicide one. Oh my god. That was probably the hardest, emotionally wise, the hardest video I've ever done. That was tough, that was really. But what occurred to me afterwards is that I didn't really talk about, the fact that a lot of people think assisted suicide is about death. It's not. It's purely about love. That's what it is. That's why it's such a hard thing to talk about. It's about love. And it's both horrendous and it's incredibly beautiful as well. It really is. Yeah, I mean, the fact is about love. You've got two people that love each other that much. Oh yeah. Say, it's just terrible. It's an awful, terrible situation to find yourself in. From either side. Whether you're the one helping the other person die or you're the person who wants to die, asking someone who loves you to help you. Oh, God. Well, that's why, I was praying to God that He will be merciful upon them, upon these people. Because it's purely love. That's what it is. It's just love. Yeah. Yeah. As I say, that's why that was really difficult. Especially imagining him for a second. Me having to help vehicle with that. Oh. Oh my God. Such an incredibly tough thing to have to do. Oh. Yeah. Because there's part of you that would really want to be there for them in that time and to help them, to bless them in that way. But yeah. Anyway, I said most of that on that video anyway, so there you go. I'll leave that one there. Had a visit earlier. The people that have got one of Amber's pups, Gracie. They come around and brought Gracie around for a quick visit because they know, my doggies aren't back yet. So, talked to them for a while, talked to them about various things, and asked the question, "Are you married?" They said, "No, we've been engaged for a while." "Well, why aren't you married?" So, trying to sow that seed with them. Not from a Christian point of view, just from a practical point of view for them. They've got this semi-commitment of engagement. So come on, you're a family. You and you, 2 children and a dog. You're a family, right? So commit to each other. Commit to each other, commit to the children, commit to the dog, to Gracie. Yeah. So I think that seed is now sown, so it'd be interesting to see what happens on it. Indeed, yes. Someone said don't ask me to do the service, because I'm not going to do that. No. I'll be delighted to attend and to, stand up and say I will help them to make sure that marriage works. Well, they're a lovely couple. Dean is his name. I don't know her name. I was told her name before, but I tell you, Dean is one of these people. He's a big lad. And I think to a certain degree, he has a bit of a temper, but I think he has a bit of a temper when his position as a provider is threatened. I can't really offer him much advice for that, apart from to find ways to deal with his anger. If he was a Christian, I could help him to understand that God is his provider, not him. God is supposed to be the one to provide for his family, not him. But as I'm not at that position, I can't really offer that advice. But that lady, his wife, I mean, I've seen some beautiful women before. She is really such a beautiful soul. She really is. You can just see that. She comes across as so gentle, so incredibly sweet, so soft. You can see it in her personality, in her demeanour. Everything is just so gentle. Wow. Yeah. Very, very beautiful, sweet woman. Really beautiful woman. And so, yeah, would I be happy to do what I can to make sure their marriage works? Yes, indeed. Yeah. But he's a nice fella. He's not. He's a very nice man. Otherwise, why would she want him otherwise? You know? Yeah. But I'm not sure. Like me, I'm in a situation with regards to vehicle. Well, I could go down the route. I'm not going to, but I could go down the route of feeling all the time that I've got to prove to her that I'm not worthy of her, that she can leave me at any minute. Hopefully Dean isn't thinking that, because she's never going to leave you, Dean. Not going to happen, mate. She's never going to do that. It's not her. You can see it's not her. She's not that type of girl to do that, you know. So marry her. Give her that commitment. She's already committed completely to you. You probably are to her. You are to her. But I think you both just need to say it. Yeah. But Gracie, oh, such a sweetheart. She's a little sweetie pie, she is. Yeah. She's a little sweetie pie. Well, they were basically saying they're waiting to get married until they can afford their own home. But why? Why? There's no reason at all to do that. You know, the fact of the matter is you've got 2 kids, so spiritually you're joined already. There you go. You've already done that. Yeah, so what are you waiting for? They think the things will be more expensive if they were married. Probably not. They'll probably be cheaper. Yeah. There are things that can be cheaper if you're both working. It can be cheaper, I suppose, if you're single. If only one of you is working, it doesn't make any difference at all. No, not really. And, the differences aren't going to mean much. Because they're not exactly wealthy. If you're not wealthy, what difference is it going to make, really? You can save, 10p? Is it worth it? Not really. But as I say, certainly with vehicle, I could be like that. I could be, thinking, oh no, she's going to need me. She's going to realise one day just what a silly mistake she made. Yeah. Well, there's a difference in age and in quality of features. Yeah, she well outranks me. But as I say, I can't do that. That wouldn't be, that would basically be pushing her away. So I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? No, I'm not going to do that at all. I'm just going to say, well, Lord, if this is real, then this is one heck of a blessing for me. Not so much for her, but a massive blessing for me. So, my job is really, as I say, my job is to point her to him as much as possible, to get her as much of a blessing as I possibly can in her life from her relationship with God. Because I'm being blessed so much for having her in my life. Can I do the same for her? Bless her in such a way? Just by being in her life? Maybe. I don't know. Certainly right now, I'm very concerned about her. She's not been to church for a couple of weeks. And what impressed me with her was her character. Her character spiritually. Where she was in that way. And for her not to be in church for 2 weeks, I'm concerned. I'm not sure if that is her. So something seems to be up. But I'm not sure what it is. Obviously with COVID and stuff like that around, I'd be horrified at the idea that she can have COVID and she's sitting at home alone, suffering, when I could go around and pray for her and get it sorted. Take her around some soup. Oh, she's probably got people that are going to do that for her anyway. I would hope so. But so I'm concerned about it. But in the end, unless God wants me involved, then all I can do is pray for her. I hope to find out soon that she's okay. But at the moment, I don't know. But same with the dogs. I hope to find out soon that they're okay, that Mollie's okay, and all the rest. And I hope that they'll be coming back soon. But again, what's going to happen, I don't know. I really, truthfully don't know. I have no idea at all. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. No, hopefully, no, I'm not going to say hopefully next week there'll be some news, because I said that last week there was no news this week. So, no, there's no point me thinking hopefully next week there'll be some news, because there wasn't last week. Yeah, I've just got to go with the situation and say, okay, whatever's going to happen, happens. I don't know. I'm not overly concerned about it. I'm concerned more for her than I am for the dogs at the moment, because as far as I know, they're okay. Yeah. Indeed, yes. Yeah. Well, no, as I say, the situation with regards to the dogs, yeah. Am I in the same situation thinking with regards to them as I am with regards to vehicle? If it doesn't happen, is that going to be that big a deal? Well, isn't really that big a deal with regards to, will it destroy my relationship with God? No, it wouldn't. And to be honest, they've been away for 5 weeks now. About 5 weeks. So, yeah, the longer it goes, would it be a huge thing in my life if I was told they weren't coming back? I've not had them for 5 weeks anyway. Right? To a certain degree, as I've said before, if they're not coming back, it's important that they get rehomed elsewhere soon, rather than spending their time in the RSPCA doggy kennels. You know, separated from each other anyway, so if that's the case, yeah. Well, certainly with regards to Mollie's pups, and with regards to Teri, Jacob, Covie, Locki, because they bonded, you don't really want them being rehomed separately. So, yeah, the sooner they get sorted as to where they're going to go, the better, really. If they are going to be rehomed, it needs to be soon, for their sake. So it's like, okay. So my concern is for them. Yeah. God's going to take care of me, so I'm not worried about that. My concern is for them. Yeah, that what is right happens with them. But at the moment, nothing's happening, really. They're where they are. Nothing else is happening, apparently. So that's the bit that's annoying, that nothing else is happening. Yeah. If there was something happening where I could see, I could say, okay, you can see that's the case, right? Okay. Yeah. So, again, with regards to that, yeah, time is going to tell where that's going to go. But yeah, of course, if they come back, what I would say is, I was thinking about this earlier. I mentioned Romans 8, halfway down Romans 8. It talks about creation groaning for children of God. And so, if I'm in a better place, is that going to influence the dogs? Is that going to make them calmer? Is that going to make them any different? If my relationship with God is in a much better, secure place, where there's, you know, a lot more walking as I should be walking, understanding who I am, that I'm a child of God. I'm not a Christian, I'm a child of God. Understanding all those things, is that going to make a difference to the way that they are? And the answer is, it could very well be. It could very well make quite a difference. with regards to who they are and how they respond to things, and how they relax and how they respond to noises and stuff. That when I'm trying to have some praise and worship, are they going to start barking as they always did, or are they going to be just calm and realise it's time to spend with God? Because are they capable of realising that? Yeah, I think they are. I think obviously they must be, because they are part of creation, aren't they? So if creation is groaning for the revealing of the sons of God or children of God, then me now walking as a son of God rather than as a struggling Christian, that could make a difference. Could. Well, for example, Micky, when you call Micky back, quite often it'll take a while for him to come back. So when I call him back, will he come back straight away? Well, partly, okay, put it this way. Another thing that could help with regards to stuff like that. Micky lost a family. Basically, his original family didn't want him. He's been taken from me, but as far as he knows, I don't want him. So when he comes back, is his response time for stuff like that going to improve because he's so grateful for being back? Maybe. That's one thing that could also happen. Amber, I was talking to Dean and his wife about it. Amber can get a bit bitchy around other dogs. Dogs she doesn't know. Dogs she doesn't know are safe. Now, because she's now in a doggy kennels, there might be other dogs constantly around the area, so therefore maybe she's going to relax a little bit where that's concerned. That'd be good. Gracie, my Gracie, has a way of she'll run up to people and she can be a bit nippy. Not biting, but nippy. Well, part of it is, as I say, because her front teeth protrude quite a bit. If she puts her teeth on someone, the people think she's biting them, although she isn't really. She just basically touches them with her teeth. It'd be like, just brushing their jaw against the person normally. But because her front teeth are protruding, then obviously the person can feel that, or might feel that, therefore they think it's a nip, but it's not necessarily. So again, is she going to calm down because she's around people now, different people? There'll be 5 or 6 people working that place that she will have regular contact with. So is that going to change her behaviour? Is she going to calm down a bit now? Is she going to get more used to being around people? Maybe. Again, Covie and Locki would be older. They'll be a few months older, so they would have calmed down a bit anyway. Jacob and Teri will be basically where Covie and Locki were. They'll be complete nutcases because they're of that teenage, the young sort of boy-girl sort of age into absolutely everything. So, yeah. Of course, Mollie, Chewie, Lucy, they'll be just a normal. They'll be just delighted to be back. Riley as well. Micky, I've already mentioned Micky. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't honestly know what the situation will be. I have no idea at all. Time will tell. When God said a while back that he's going to restore what was taken, or restore what was lost. Not sure if lost or taken was the word. That could be many different things. There wasn't any particular thing that he said, I mean this by that. When I say that, I meant the dogs. When I say that, I meant teeth. Or when I say that, I meant this, I meant that, I meant the other. It could be a relationship that's lost. Years ago, where a friend comes back. Who knows? That's the point. You don't rightly know what that's going to mean, because unless it's followed up by, I meant this, then you don't really know, do you? But of course, did I take it as dogs? Yeah. I took it as teeth as well. I did a video about it. I took it as both. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I mean, I make this a bit clearer. I'm not immensely worried about a vehicle. I'm concerned mainly because she's missed 2 times in church. Right? I've no idea what's going on with her. So I'm concerned in that sense. But I'm not concerned that we've not spoken. Not speaking is not a massive concern. We weren't exactly massive friends beforehand. We just met on one occasion. She said hello to me every time she'd see me after that, but that was it. So had she been at church but not spoken, okay, that's fine. Yeah. I don't know. I've no idea. It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Time's going to tell. As time goes by, I'm going to find out. Does she come back to the church? If she does, at some point, I'm going to have a conversation. Ask her, where she was during these weeks. If she was okay, she'll tell me. She'll say, "Oh, no, I was doing this, I was doing that, doing the other, working or whatever." Yeah. There may be just a simple explanation for it. Yeah. Well, put it this way, I know what I've been through. Because I know what I've been through, I know what I've been through over the past 5-6 weeks. So, I know if God is getting her ready for a journey with me, a lifelong journey with me, then, yeah. Well, put it this way, if God is getting her ready, I know that she's in good hands to start with. I know that. I shouldn't be concerned because I know that God's got her. She's in good hands in that way. That's cool. I know it's going to be an emotional roller coaster for her. Some of it will be. Certainly there's going to be incredible ups. Not real downs necessarily, but there will be some incredible ups. It's one of those roller coasters where you just go up. You don't really come down. It's like, whoa, you're just on a new level all the time. Okay. Yeah. So compared to where you were, you're flying. You're up where the birds are in the sky. Just looking down. Okay, interesting view. Yeah. Am I going to go back down again? No. Okay, I'm still up here. Okay. All right, Lord. No worries. Yeah. Well, it is. When I talk about being up with the birds, I suppose it is more the point that you're walking in heaven. That is pretty much what it is. The love side of it, yeah. You're walking in heaven. That's what it is. So where you're being risen up, you're being risen up to there. So you can learn who you are. You can learn who God is. So you can start walking according to this new creation, to this son or daughter of God. And by doing that, you then are the one to bring down revival. As I say, for me, vehicle. As I said the other day, this is now her pet name. Between me and her. Her pet name is vehicle. Has to be now because it rolls off my tongue so easily. Now. But with her, I know. Yeah, if I'm warrior, she's heart. Because she is. That's what I saw 15 or so years ago. That's why the things that I wrote down, the things that God gave me, that incredibly beautiful smile that's going to make other people smile. The love, that she gives, the love for God, the love for people, the love to serve, just love. And yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, look, she's already pretty loving. She's already very loving. But, you know, I know there's so much more for her. I hope she's getting it now. I hope that God is preparing her for this. I hope that's what's happening, but yeah, I have no idea. It doesn't scare me particularly. It doesn't scare me, it doesn't worry me that much, because I know that, you know, put it this way, she's a child of God, so God's got her anyway. Whether or not God means me and her to be together as one, doesn't matter, God's got her anyway, so I know that God's got her. That's fine. Because I see in her character, I see she loves God, so I know God loves her, so God's going to protect her and make sure she's okay. In whatever situation she's in, I know that. Well, basically, look, the love that God has put on me for her is a tiny bit of what he feels for her. A tiny bit of the love that he feels for her. So I know that he's going to make sure she's okay. So I don't need to worry about it at all. Nope, not in any way, shape or form. So, yeah. In the end, the reality, yeah. I'm not concerned. I've said before, what happens will happen. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the obvious thing, really. I'm not concerned about it. No. I love her. I love her immensely, but, you know, if it's not to be, it's not to be. If it is to be, then, okay. Just have to wait until God says, okay, go for it. Yeah. Am I ready? No. Not quite. I'm more ready than I have been, but I'm not quite ready, no. There's still work to do. Is she ready? Probably not. No. Well, put it this way, if we are going to do this as God intends, if we are going to put God right at the centre, if we are going to do things from start to finish God's way, we're not going to go according to the world with regards to marriage and all that sort of stuff, then she needs to be prepared for that, especially as the woman. Yeah, because, well, it depends on what her dream was with regards to marriage. The wedding itself, yeah, the wedding is basically just a case of two people understanding and realising that God has decided for the love of them that he made her for him and him for her as a perfect fit. And God is now joining those two people together. That's what it is. Yeah, they now go on a journey together. A journey with God. That's what it is. So I don't know what her imagination was with regards to her wedding day, but I seriously doubt she imagined it as it's going to be. And for that, vehicle, I am sorry. I am sorry. But yeah. We belong to God, sweetheart. And yeah, we have to honour him in all things. And if doing things his way means that you are a little bit disappointed in that, okay. But the rest of the marriage is going to more than make up for it. I know that to be true. But because I know what God has planned. I have an idea of what God has planned. I don't know fully what God has planned, but I have an idea. what God has planned. And it's going to be beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm going to leave you to it now. I can't see the timer. There was a timer, about 30 minutes. Right, you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.